The marriage proposal, a cherished event shared between man,
Good night. See you.
woman,
Be nice to this one, okay?
Okay, I'll try.
and the future in-laws.
You know, Greg's in medicine too, Larry.
Oh, really? What field?
Nursing.
VH1's Behind the Movie pops the question to the stars of Meet the Parents,
You have another question? Sure, I got one question for you. Do I think you're a psycho? Yes.
where Robert De Niro talks about Randy Newman and music.
Well, music can just underscore certain things. It can go against what the film is about. It can help you understand what the scene means.
That's funny.
Ben Stiller talks about working with Robert De Niro.
Well, I don't think he would ever yell at me. It's just, you know, you would never do anything like that.
And Terry Polo asks the ultimate question.
Can I say this on VH1?
No.
Does that answer your question? Okay.
Next on Behind the Movie, Meet the Parents. In Meet the Parents, Ben Stiller plays Greg Falker, a male nurse with a dream of marrying his girlfriend Pam.
The title, Meet the Parents, kind of gives you a clue into what the movie's about. And that was intentional.
It's basically about bringing home your significant other to meet the parents. Just relax, honey. He's gonna love you.
Ben Stiller plays the poor victim whose place it is to come home and prove himself a worthy suitor.
And he has to ask permission of her father first.
And he just really loves this girl and he wants to marry her so much.
The only obstacle on their way to happiness?
Hi, Daddy.
Pam's father.
The father is played by Robert De Niro.
Be nice to this one, okay?
Okay, I'll try.
Jack Burns is a hard-edged suburbanite with a secret past.
Greg, my father was never in the rare flower business. He was in the CIA for 34 years.
Great. Yeah, I was scared of your dad back when I thought he was a florist.
You big bad CIA man?
They teach you that in the CIA?
That's my future son-in-law.
So he's an expert at looking right at you and telling you instantly if you're lying or not.
It's an antique polygraph machine.
Why don't you try that on? That's okay.
Oh, come on, we'll have some fun.
Ben Stiller's character is a bit of a, you know, he's not a liar, but he's a prevaricator in a certain way and always a jokester.
Now I'm going to ask you some questions, and all you have to do is answer yes or no.
Okay.
Have you ever watched pornographic videos?
Greg is determined to tie the knot.
No.
Relax, relax. The needles are jumping.
And he knows the only way to earn Pam's hand in marriage is to get her father's approval.
What are you driving there, Ford?
Oh, yeah.
It's an interesting color. You pick it?
Oh, no, the Hearst guy picked it. Why?
No, they say geniuses pick green. But you didn't pick it.
No matter how hard he tries, Greg just can't win.
Your daddy's found his new best friend. Really? You won't believe it. He even taught him to use the potty.
That's incredible. So how did you teach the cat to use the toilet?
Well, that was easy, Greg. I just designed a litter box to put inside the toilet, and then once he got used to it, I took it away.
Oh, yeah, makes sense.
But I don't think he likes it very much. I mean, every chance he gets, he tries to dig, squat, and bury. I had to move all my potted plants off the floor.
Plus, you got another guy around the house to leave the seat up.
He can't lift the seat, Greg. He lacks the strength in the opposable thumbs.
Yeah.
Ah, right. Opposable. Didn't think about that.
Greg finds himself caught up in a mounting series of mishaps and disasters.
Of course, because Ben Stiller is in it, everything that could possibly go wrong goes wrong.
This poor boy cannot put a foot right. Each debacle leads to another debacle, which is of greater proportions, and it accelerates. It is hilarious.
We all experience when we go to meet our in-laws and we have to try to be something we're not.
You want to hear a story?
Sure.
My sister had a cat, and the cat birthed a litter of kittens. And there was this one little runt, this little sweet little engine that could run, who could, you know, wanted to get up there and couldn't really get access to the teat.
We turn on the charm and try too hard and then compensate for our embarrassment.
I went in and just simply, into a little saucer, then took the saucer and fed it to Geppetto. That's what I named him, Geppetto.
I had no idea you could milk a cat.
Oh yeah, you can milk anything with nipples.
I have nipples, Greg. Could you milk me?
Dad.
I have nipples. Can you milk me?
I went through it while I was making the movie. I got engaged and had to meet my in-laws during the movie. And so I literally had this going on in my real life and in the movie. And both were intimidating and both were, but yet, luckily I didn't have to go through a lie detector test with my real father-in-law.
To make Greg's fall into the abyss of humiliation seem real, Ben Stiller was put through the ringer on the set. From hanging on rooftops, to physical training, to donning a pair of Speedos.
Speedo.
I know that he was really nervous about doing that. very, very concerned.
I just feel like this is not going well at all.
We're getting cream, people.
Oh, Florence Nightingale over here play a little defense.
But he looked great. Come on, am I wrong? He looked fabulous. He looked very good for wearing a Speedo.
See, if I can't trust you, Greg, then I have no choice but to put you right back outside the circle. And once you're out, you're out. There's no coming back.
If Greg appears intimidated by Jack, it's because Ben Stiller didn't have to look far for character motivation. After all, he was working with the one and only Mr. De Niro.
Jack, I don't know what we're talking about.
All right, now look, Fokker. I'm a patient man. That's what 19 months in a Vietnamese prison camp will do to you. But I will be watching you, studying your every move.
Robert De Niro has graced the big screen for over 30 years. He has spent a lifetime redefining the word intimidation. He's known for his commanding presence in roles like Taxi Driver's crazy Travis Bickle, to Raging Bull's iron-fisted Jake LaMotta, to the obsessed Max Cady in Cape Fear. De Niro's mere presence can leave his co-stars trembling.
Yes, there's a bit of, just the normal kind of, I think, what anybody would experience when, going to work on a movie with Robert De Niro.
The faces that he makes.
I guess maybe my generation growing up on films.
The subtleties with which he played the part.
And coming of age, a lot of movies that you're in.
That's why he was perfect for this role.
Who would have thought?
Yeah, who would have thought, right?
And
And if I find that you are trying to corrupt my firstborn child, I will bring you down, baby. I will bring you down to Chinatown.
This is the perfect example of feeling incredibly uncomfortable.
well, I don't think he would ever yell at me. It's just, you would never do anything like that. Yeah.
They made the tension between the two of them very tangible.
I honestly think I had kind of I don't know for you, but for me it was like I felt like I had a real advantage in that I could really take the actual situation of my own feel, of being a little bit intimidated and use that. You know what I mean? So that for me that was already there.
Yeah.
I know the very first day I cracked up in Bob's face, just cracked up right off the bat, which really established my credibility as an actor. Because I think it was partly because he was very funny, but also because I was very nervous too. And I think, but then he didn't yell at me or anything. He said, like smiled, says okay, and then it was kind of like, okay, now I can go on.
As time went on, everybody on the set got to know De Niro's softer side, including the film's furry co-star.
Come on. Oh, taught him that in 1 week.
Jinx the cat.
Jinxie, say hello to Greg.
Hi, Jinx.
Wave to Greg.
Hello, Jinx.
Atta boy. That took me another week.
There were two cats. There was one that was a little more lethargic than the other one, and we'd use him for the rougher scenes, when he's being manhandled by me, or cat handled, whatever you call it. I'd grab him, and kiss him and hug him and all that, and then somebody else would grab him, and then, so we had the lethargic one for that. And the other one, the cat had to be a little more spunky, a little more interpretive in his work. We'd use the friskier one. So it worked out.
The cat was supposed to be this intense kind of paranoid cat to almost mirror Robert De Niro, so that Ben Stiller would be afraid of the cat too.